Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about Twitter again. Although previously I made a video about Twitter, I feel like the video quality is very bad, so I want to talk about it again. And also recently there's some news coming up, so that makes me change some of the thoughts on the stock. So if you are also interested in Twitter stock, please keep watching. So yesterday there's news that a lot of high-profile people's Twitter accounts was hacked, like Obama, Elon Musk, and Joe Biden. Today, Twitter's stock price has decreased about 1.3% to $35. So in my last video about Twitter stock, I mainly look at their Q1's earnings, but today I want to look at more broader pictures to look at the internet business industry, the company growth, as well as some of the pros and cons about the company. At the end of the video, I will also share my thoughts about the stock and whether I think the company would be worth investing for this year. So Twitter has been the monopoly in this area about messaging communication online, and it seems that no one can compete with the speed of Twitter in terms of news spreading.
I have a single idée fixe that I'm completely obsessed with on the business side, which is that if you're starting a company, if you're the founder, entrepreneur starting a company, you always want to aim for monopoly, and you want to always avoid competition, and so hence competition is for losers.
Twitter has been a huge impact globally. When I checked the website SimilarWeb about the website ranking, Twitter has ranked number 4 worldwide and number 5 in United States. Before Twitter, there's Google, YouTube, and Facebook. And currently there's more than 300 million users, 166 million active users. Twitter's user base are across the world. The United States accounts for around 29% of the total users. Japan accounts for 12%. United Kingdom accounts for 6.5%. Brazil 4%. And Canada 3%. US traffic only accounts for 30%. That also shows that Twitter has impact not just in the local country but also in other countries as well. Concerning that Twitter's main communication method is through language, and different countries have different language. It seems that it has across the language barrier and allows people to communicate across the globe freely. So in my opinion, that creates a mold for Twitter because there's already a lot of high-profile pictures there. For example, if I wanna check what's going on with Jack Dorsey, I wanna check out the recent update of Elon Musk, I would go to Twitter. That is quickest way. I don't need to watch tons of video or information screening. I just go to the Twitter and search for the keywords and what I'm looking for. As for the competition, it seems that the biggest competition is from Google, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and nowadays even TikTok. But nowadays there's a trend, US will ban TikTok domestically, so that would be seen as a good news for Twitter stock. As for the business model, Twitter's majority revenue source is from advertising, and it will show as an ad in your Twitter page so that you can know that that is a major way that how Twitter monetize their users. And although Twitter is criticized of not monetize their users well, especially when you're comparing with Facebook, when Facebook recently just make money through people's emotional posts, because the more emotional the posts are, the more click-through there is and the more impression there is. Therefore, Facebook makes more money on those emotional posts. Despite that, these can raise hate from specific people, or it can cause more social problems. Although there's a big pressure for the CEO Jack Dorsey, Twitter need to do what Facebook is doing, add more targeted ads, have more revenue source so that their investors will be happy. For my own opinion, there's always a balance of doing the evil things versus making money. And you guys may know Jack Dorsey is a very kind person. Not just mention that he is the CEO for both Twitter and Square. Also, in the recent pandemic, he has donated $1 billion to the Coronavirus Relief Foundation. That shows this guy is not just care about money. He doesn't care about whether the stock price will be higher or lower. He just want to do something that would be truly valuable, like connect people globally, spread the information that would be helpful to the society.
You never look at your stock price.
I don't.
Never.
It's not the leading indicator of success. The leading indicator of success is people finding value in the service.
So that makes me thinking that it's really a dilemma between making money and do the right thing. Like recently, I saw the news that Twitter accidentally leaked the information that they're doing a subscription model. It's through that they are recruiting the software engineer that will help them to build a subscription model in Canada. So I remember after the news came out about 1 or 2 weeks ago, the stock price has increased 7 to 8%. So that shows that the investor will gain confidence if Twitter has more revenue income. So currently they have 160 million active users. Imagine if they charge a subscription fee. So for example, if they charge $1 for every user as a subscription fee for the Twitter, they will have more than $160 million extra each year as a revenue. And given that Twitter's business model is light capital base, their main cost is talent and equipment, and given the fact that now Twitter encourage their employees to work from home forever so they can further save the cost. In that way, the subscription business model would be benefits a lot for Twitter in the long term. And I do think that although Twitter doesn't announce the subscription model officially, and I don't think that will happen very soon, like at least for this year, probably the early start is like next year, but that brings a big hope for the investor that Twitter will be grow faster and at the speed that Wall Street likes. So financially, when I look at Twitter's revenue growth and net income growth in the past around 10 years from 2011 to 2009, the revenue has grown from 100 million to 3,000 million, around 30 times. Operating income has grown from negative 100 million to 300 million. And when I look at Twitter's Q1 report from 2018 to 2020, the user growth has been increased from around 10% to the current 24%. All of those factors combined together, first, Twitter is monopoly, and in the industries, there's no other platform may replace Twitter completely, although it has competitors like Reddit, Instagram, but their products and services are different. And the second, Twitter has growth potential if they use a subscription model, which would enable them for more stable cash flow, despite that they may be affected by the economic downturn because there's less advertising revenue. So in the subscription-based model, they don't need to worry about that. And third is because external factors like as TikTok is banned in US and Twitter is also enable other types of media like video or GIF. So as people spend less time on other media, there is the possibility that people would spending more time on Twitter. And last but not least is their management. So Jack Dorsey is not a person that focuses solely on revenue, and he do have a big ambitions. As we can see what he did for the two of the company, Twitter and Square. For the bear's opinion, like Twitter could not monetize their users well, or Twitter's revenue source is too simple, or because of the increasing popularity of video, Twitter will have less users time. For all those, I think Twitter has tackled it well. Currently, the stock price is $35, and I do think Twitter is undervalued. And that means we have the opportunities to buy at a low price. So if in the future Twitter has overcome those difficulties and start to have the big growth again, that's the time when investors can enjoy what they have cultivated. The current news about the headcount can lead to Twitter stock decrease, and that can create a good opportunity to invest. So my ideal investment range is between $20 to $30, and according to my past experience, that those areas would be in a safe zone. And also for me personally, I always want to support the entrepreneurs that to create a better world, not just make money. I know as an investor, maybe that's not the main concern, but that's just some of my personal thoughts. So that's all my thoughts about Twitter stock today. Hope you guys find it helpful, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!